If you really look into it, it tracks back to the Department of Health. Basically, through these channels and a media outlet and an anti-smoking campaign, is suggesting higher taxation. The higher taxation would provide the bigger budget and would allow them to grow and spend above their current budget. What if a department was rewarded, truly and deeply rewarded, for running under budget rather than going over budget and rewarding them by giving them a bigger budget? I would go as far as to say $10,000 Christmas bonuses for government employees in a department that run at 70% of budget. 80% of budget, a $5,000 Christmas bonus. 90% of their budget, maybe they only get a $1,000 bonus per employee in that department. Imagine a $10,000 Christmas bonus, okay? Oh yeah, you can't mix religion and government, so you'd have to call this a holidays bonus and tie it into how much under budget they can spend. And if something like this was put into place, it'd be trial and error, but I've got a feeling that these departments could find a way to run at 70% of budget. I mean, we don't know yet, but I've got a pretty good feeling about it. I've been asked, how does the government listen through your cell phone, even if your cell phone's off, and you've heard that they can listen to you through your cable box? How does that affect the strength of the dollar? I don't think it's good for the dollar. In fact, I think it leads to increases in the prices of gold. There's a lot of reasons why this might be, but here's a couple reasons that I suspect. People's discontent for the government's lack of respect when it comes to privacy causes instability amongst a country's own people. So you don't want this instability. You don't want these people discontent. Privacy is a most basic fundamental right. The government should give people privacy. People are so much happier when they have privacy, more likely to spend, they're more likely to be productive, they're more likely to exercise their artistic abilities and their full work capabilities. They're more likely to do this when their right to privacy is respected by government. People, anywhere you go on the planet, they love privacy. I want you to think back to your mommy and your daddy. Your mommy, every now and then, she went through your pockets before she washed your clothes. Maybe once in a blue moon, you'd have reason to believe that she went through your drawers and she was looking around. She's checking on you. That's mommy. She's checking up on you. Think about daddy. Maybe he's going to smell your breath, see if you've been drinking. Maybe he's keeping better tabs on you than you think. Maybe he's got the GPS on your phone and he knows where you're going, check on you where you're at. This is a possibility. Now think about that. That's a mommy and a daddy. Practically nobody, except maybe a husband or a wife, is going to needle into your privacy any more than that. But yet the government, they could listen to you through your cell phone. Have a look around. They want to sneak and peek. From what I understand, an agent can sign the document to be able to do a sneak and peek. It's something a mommy and a daddy might do. Maybe not. Maybe mommy and daddy don't. Another thing is, the government can read your text messages. They can look at the pictures on your cell phone. Seeing reports, something like they can scroll through and read your last 90 days of text messages. I don't know if I believe this. It's kind of conspiracy theory. I've heard conspiracy theory that the communications company executives may have been given immunity for making this type of domestic surveillance possible. My point in bringing this stuff up is really, I want you to know where you stand about privacy rights. I think everybody should know where they stand when it comes to privacy rights. I love privacy. How much better you feel when you're in a property that doesn't have neighbors, you can see as far as the eye can see. Sense of freedom. You feel a sense of liberty when you have that privacy. I want everybody to really contemplate and ponder privacy rights and just how important those are. Think about mommy and daddy, and then really think about who you would give the right to invade your privacy any more than maybe your mommy and your daddy would. Maybe nobody, no entity should ever invade your privacy more than maybe your mom or your dad or your husband or your wife would, because they care about you. But this isn't that type of invade your privacy. This is investigate you. Maybe discover what you're doing. Well, that's what I want to touch on next. Okay? Stay with me. I've got another piece coming.